Hello, my name is Ben, and I'm currently working at BetterTrader.co. And here are 9 tools you need to be a successful day trader. The first tool you need is a good computer with some high-speed internet. Contrary to the stereotype that good day traders need 5 or 6 screens around them with all the charts, you can be successful with just one screen, but you need a good and strong, simple strategy to help you succeed. But however, if you want the 5 or 6 screens, go for it. I mean, everybody has their own preferences and do what works for you. The second tool I would recommend to you is a good broker that you're comfortable with. Now, there are many factors you need to consider when you're choosing a broker, like commission fee, um, research tools, the trading platform, customer service, etc. So, what is the right broker? Well, it really depends on your personal preference and depends on how much money you have, how much experience you have, and whether you're a day trader staring at the screen all day or you're just, a college student wanting to make some money here and there. So for beginners, I would recommend Robinhood. It has no trade cost, and so it's really good for people who are just getting started as they tend to buy and sell a lot and hesitate with their decisions. For higher levels of traders, I would recommend Fidelity and TD Ameritrade. So Fidelity is obviously really solid, around $5 per trade. It's really good research tools and trading platform. It was ranked #1 by Investors Business Survey for 3 years in a row. TD Ameritrade is another really good one. It's slightly more expensive, around $7 per trade, but has top-notch customer service. It has one of the best trading platforms out there, and you can trade many things on it. Like besides stocks, you can trade futures and currencies. So that's very cool. Third one I'm going to recommend to you is a good website with some charts that are simple and have everything in one place. So you don't really, considering that you only have one screen, which I think most people do, you don't really want to, scroll back and forth between websites to look at charts. So you want to have a website that provides all the charts that you need in one place. I would recommend to you tradingview.com or stockcharts.com. These are both free. You shouldn't really pay for charts as the free charts are very simple, clean, easy to read, and they work perfectly fine. The fourth tool I'm going to recommend to you is a good economic calendar. So it is in the world of trading, whether you trade in stocks, currencies, futures, whatever you trade, it is crucial to keep up with both scheduled and unscheduled news. So scheduled news is the news that you know about ahead of time, like unemployment rate releases, CPI releases, stuff like that. So they obviously affect the market and you know about it ahead of time, so you can proactively, act upon that news. Unscheduled news is, for example, like Donald Trump's tweets, where they can have a significant effect on the market, but it's really unpredictable. You don't really know when they're going to happen or what they're going to contain. So to keep up with news like that, I really recommend Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg, Financial Times. Those are really good websites that have, really fast response time in terms of news. And for scheduled news, I recommend BetterTrader. BetterTrader has a really good program inside of it where it takes scheduled news and it analyzes in the past how that news has affected the market. And it gives you a suggestion for what you should do according to that news after it's released, of course. So the BetterTrader app or the website would be great. Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg, Financial Times also helps. Now, the fifth tool is a stock screener of sorts. So you've got your broker, you've got your charts, you're ready to start trading. And what stocks do you choose? I have a great website called finviz.com where you can search with various criterias with what stocks you want. It also has a really cool heat map which tracks the frequency of trades in different markets. Also, Yahoo Finance, I find is a really good tool for detailed financial information about companies. For example, if you just go on it and you go to a company, let's say Apple, and you go to financials, you can find their income statement, their balance sheet, all of that. You can also find statistics with their PE ratios. their enterprise value EBITDA ratios, stuff like that. And you really want to do your analysis, before you start going into a stock. You want to read what the experts say, you want to do your own research, and you really don't want to just buy it because someone else is buying it or it's telling you to. Sixth tool you need is a back tester. So sometimes when you want to experiment with trading strategies that you're not really familiar with, you don't really want to just put your money out there in the real market. So a back tester is something that can be extremely helpful. So you basically take your trading strategy, you put it into sort of a simulation where it runs through the relevant historical data to see how you would do. Um, it can be extremely useful in preventing losses. I'm going to put a link below with a free back tester that you can test on. It is amazing, and BetterTrader is actually employing back testers to make suggestions for you in your trading. So that's awesome. When you get to the seventh tool, you probably already dabbled in stocks. You kind of know what you're doing, but you're looking for a way to improve your chance of profit, chance of success. So what do? The seventh tool I recommend to you is books. Books are fundamentally important to understand economics, understand how the stock market functions, and it just helps you become a better trader in general. So the first book I'm going to recommend to you is The Wealth of Nations by Adam Smith. It's one of the most famous economic books of all time. It talks about the most basic micro and macro principles. Many textbooks nowadays that they use in universities are written upon Adam Smith's book. So that's obviously a crucial read. Another book I recommend to you is by legendary trader Warren Buffett. It's the Essays of Warren Buffett. He talks about how the stock market is viewed from the company's perspective, how they see their stockholders, and how they profit from IPOing and having stocks in the market. And I think that's really important to understand in order to profit from the trader's perspective, how the company thinks of you. I'm going to leave more links in the description to more good books if you're interested in reading books. I think books are a very good way to learn as opposed to videos because they take years to write and you can finish them in a matter of days. So yeah. The eighth tool I'm going to recommend to you is a market sentiment indicator. Now, market sentiments can be manifested in many ways, but a good analogy to the indicator would be a boat. Let's say the boat represents the entire market and there are many sectors within that market. Let's say people get on the technology sector of the boat, and then the boat is balanced and everything is good. And then more people see that the technology sector is doing well, so they rush to that side of the boat. And eventually the boat becomes imbalanced, just like the stock market. And so market sentiment indicators are a good way to tell when the stock market begins to reverse and become imbalanced. Now, market sentiments are basically how investors feel about a certain stock or currency and whether there are more buyers or sellers in a certain sector. So good indicators are New York Stock Exchange 50-day high and lows, or any stock exchange 50 or 200-day moving average. These help to tell you whether the market is bullish or bearish at that certain time, and it helps you to make your decision on whether buying stocks or currencies is good at that time. Ninth and final tool I'm going to recommend to you is a volatility calculator. Now, every stock in the market has a certain volatility. The higher the volatility, it indicates that in a short amount of time, you can make a higher profit or loss. The smaller the volatility, it means the stock won't really shift that much, Like bigger stocks like Facebook, Amazon, they're not going to go up 20% or down 20% one day. While some stocks that are valued at $2, $3 a share might go crazy. So this tool is important to identify what assets you want to focus on. If you're a day trader and you have good indications of the market and you have a firm belief that a stock with high volatility is going to go up in a short amount of time, you can make a lot of money. But if you're just a beginner, maybe it's good to not try such volatile stocks as you can lose a lot of money in a very short time. So a lot of stockbrokers, the better ones at least, have a volatility indicator for you. At every stock, they're going to tell you whether the volatility is high, medium, or low. And even some brokers won't even let you purchase high volatility stocks because of how much of a loss you can possibly make. So for beginners, you want to avoid the dangers of high volatility. That's why I recommend using a volatility calculator. Okay, there are the 9 essential tools that will help you be a better trader. Now, the world of trading is vast and unpredictable, so sometimes you're going to make a loss, sometimes you're going to make a profit. But it's important to have the right mindset and believe in your strategy. And utilizing the correct AI technology like BetterTrader can help you increase your chance of success dramatically. So why not? Good luck and happy trading.